Hey y'all, and welcome back. We are playing That Dragon Cancer. We're going to be picking up right where we left off from the last episode, having just read through all of these beautiful, beautiful memoriams that we have here. We're going to avoid the large trees and hopefully head out through this open door instead. Hopefully everyone is having a fantastic Monday. It is currently Wednesday here for me. We're going to be doing the last couple of these episodes in batch. But I am super happy with how this game's been going so far. It is absolutely everything that I wanted and more. Excuse me. I'm sorry, guys. It's not good. Oh. There's a little play button. Cute. Oh, right.
First thing in the morning, the horse checks his email. New
Cute. Okay. Does it keep going to horse because I picked horse?
Farmer Bill made a carrot cake.
Okay. Nice. Farmer Bill making carrot cake. I appreciate.
Races the horse and Farmer Bill wins. My shoes were untied. The horse can type 70 words a minute.
That you know, that's interesting.
The horse has invented a new scripting language called Equiscript.
You don't even know what that joke means. Let's do the duck. Let's see what the duck's got for us.
Farmer Bill doesn't like it when the ducks get the mail. They always bring back a lot of bills.
Ha! They got bills.
Those silly ducks take a bubble bath.
Oh. Clicked off the screen. Pardon me.
Farmer Bill separates the sheep from the goats. Sheep go to heaven. Goats go to town.
Yikes. That one was a little... Oh,
Sorry,
hello,
guys.
doctors.
It's not good.
Oh, no. Okay, what does Dad say?
Has had a recurrence
No,
of this
no,
tumor.
no, 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 no.
Release
Size matters. If I know how big it is, I can
It's in the front
face
of
it.
the
I can size it up.
It's quite small at this point, but unfortunately the size isn't terribly important.
Hmm.
Any recurrence means the chemotherapy has failed. This is a tragedy.
Dad says size matters and thinks he can face it.
With an ATRT, as soon as you have a recurrence of any kind, it is fatal. It's only a matter of time before it spreads to several locations. We've already thrown
That's
all
serious.
the chemotherapy we have at it. We can't continue to give him chemotherapy that we know it's resistant to. So there just aren't any treatment options that are curative.
Yikes. What was Mom thinking? We haven't spent much time inside Mom's head.
I guess I'm going to cry after all because they love us. And they love Joel, and
We're very good at managing the pain and masking symptoms at the end of life.
Okay, I said fatal. Given you a lot to think about
I
already
said
today.
not
I'm
curative.
going to have to have you come
Have
back
I said
Monday
the
and
word
talk
death yet?
about palliative treatment. I can tell they understand, though. A whole new vocabulary. All the rules are different now.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's really sinking in. Oh, she's crying. We should wrap this up soon. All the details can wait. Radiation oncologist to decide whether we could do some radiation or just chemotherapy.
I
What would the radiation do?
Well, the radiation could probably kill the tumor we see now, which would prevent it from causing any symptoms. But it would not keep more tumors from developing, because we know if it spread here, it'd spread other places too.
I absolutely do not envy people in that position who have to give news like that every day.
Science, it's simpler.
We know a lot to think about all that
Measurable.
today, but we're
I
going to
have
have
A,
to come
I
back Monday and
have B,
talk
and
about how
I
you
subtract C, and I get this result, and I can do something to control it. Or at least have the sense that I'm controlling it. But now all we have left is a miracle. And miracles are fickle. They don't always come, and we don't always know why. What if Joel's miracle doesn't come? I hope he lives. I've always hoped. Now I can't do anything but hope. Oh, radiation. At least we can do something. Hope doesn't require signing papers or driving to hospitals or holding Joel in my lap. Hope is for something someone else has to do for us. And when doctors can't, well, invisible Jesus must.
We're so sorry.
Maybe one last run with Mom here.
Oh, God, I do not want a replacement baby. If that was your plan, I am not on board. I don't want some new baby to help me move on. I would not have chosen it. Oh, God. Joel has to live, or I will not love this baby.
I'm sorry, guys. It's not good. They've always been clear. Joel's got a recurrence of a tumor. Well, where is it? How big is it? Well, it's in the front of the and it's quite small at this point.
The lighthouse is a very nice touch.
Any recurrence needs chemotherapy is failed. This is a tragedy. With an ATRT, as soon as you have a recurrence of any kind, it is fatal. It is only a matter of time before it spreads to several locations. We no longer know how much chemotherapy we have at it. We can't continue to give chemotherapy that we know is resistant
I'm not sure if this rowing motion's helping at all.
for the period.
Managing pain and masking symptoms at the end of life. It is wicked dark. Don't you worry, buddy. Excuse me. Went down the wrong pipe. Now they've gotten the news. Time for a drift. Be the bird. Bird, bird. Wine bottles and baby bottles and messages in bottles. Oh.
I have so many things
Oh.
stirring around in my spirit that I have to write to settle myself and find God's wisdom in the midst of chaos. I'm scared I won't be strong enough to face the things we might have to face in the coming weeks and months. But then I remember how much grace God gave us to walk out everything we've already faced. I've never felt completely overwhelmed, and I've never felt alone. So no matter what comes next, and I truly cannot even begin to guess how this will go, I know we will be carried. I want to shout out, look what God is about to do. Watch how he delivers Joel. And at the same time, I want to roll up in a silent ball and wait it out with fear and trembling, so aware of all my doubt, but yet convinced that my doubt is insignificant compared to God's faithfulness.
There are some very, very religious tones in this game, and I absolutely do not blame them. I think that whatever people need to do to get through any situation like this, and also just the, like, having things that are there for you in these times of need is super important. Whether or not you actually agree with what they're actually talking about, the presence of those things can be incredibly curative for people.
Dear Eli, I feel nothing but pride for the way you battled cancer. I remember the way you learned to ride your tricycle down the hospital hallway instead of down the sidewalk like other 3-year-olds. It was hard for me to pray to God, thy will be done, when I really just wanted so desperately for him to heal you. In the 4.5 years that you dealt with harsh treatments, only once did you ask why God let you get cancer. I hope he has been able to explain the why to you, as I have always believed that he knew how strong you were and wanted to use you and your situation to positively impact so many lives. I remember how you never let me go to bed without telling me that you loved me, and how those were your very last words to me. You taught me what was truly important in life, son. Still now, years after you left Earth, people are impacted by your life and the lessons you taught us. Thousands of people from around the world read your blog and still feel such a strong connection to you, even though they never met you in person.
Okay, we've got a blogger on the dial here.
You would be happy to know that we continue to sell the Beat Cancer t-shirts that you love so much. We're still using them to raise awareness and funds for childhood cancer research and family and patient support programs.
Cute.
When you passed away, my greatest fear was that you would be forgotten. So many people still talk about you and how you changed their lives. That is such a precious gift to me as your father. Eli, you truly impacted more lives in your almost 8 years on Earth than many people do in a lifetime. I love you, buddy, and I can't wait to see you again. Love, Dad.
Very cute. What's in this one?
We've been through so much already. This is a new degree of tragedy, but it's not so much different from the struggle we've already been living. We pressed into God. We pressed into faith. We fought until we found peace. We stood in peace when our flesh wanted to strive more. We stood in peace when it started to feel like laziness or foolishness or both. We waited for God to direct us specifically in prayer because all the directions we had initiated had not panned out. We prayed for no nausea because that's what we felt in our spirits we were supposed to pray, even though we'd prayed it countless times before while Joel continued to vomit. We saw one small miracle and then another. We waited to pray specific things until we were given specific direction, and we saw bigger miracles. And yet, if you asked either of us if we were doing enough, trying hard enough, we would say no.
It is very easy to feel like you're never doing enough or working hard enough. Did this one come back up? Is this a new... No, yeah. Okay, okay. Flying over here now, looks like. I have a bite taken out of it? It does. Why is there a sassy shark in the mix?
I had been in this room with my father before, during the brief window where he wasn't dying but was instead getting better. That wasn't the man I saw this time. I saw the other one, the one who cried out and needed holding, the one who fell asleep for 20 seconds and then woke up a different person each time. There was a clear part right in the middle of it, a minute or so, where everything was calm before his tour of hell resumed. That was goodbye, even if no one said it. I don't think I will ever get better after having seen that. I think this is the kind of knowing that stays with you. I can reach into my pocket now and find it there.
As this long day draws to a close, I am tired, but not sleepy.
Mom has a
Face
lot
is
to
puffy
say.
From crying, I have a dry throat and dry hands, a slight headache, and a desire to write down absolutely everything.
I know the
I want
feeling.
to describe the feeling of being entirely empty and entirely resolute. I want to explore how I can be deeply sad and incredibly hopeful at the same time. I want to talk about holding Joel's hand. Walking down the hall, wanting to soak in the moment. To memorize the feeling of having his hand and mine. To let it matter. And then hating that my thoughts swing to, because what if I can't hold his hand one day? And hating that thought, wishing I could just appreciate each second of Joel without that appreciation spilling into the pre-morning I refuse to do because I believe he will live. But instead of fighting the brief thoughts of mourning, choosing to fight instead that lie that says that those thoughts betray some doubt, some mistrust of God, when I know that those thoughts make me human. That God knows I am human. He doesn't make Joel's victory dependent on me never feeling unsure.
Her journey is definitely a pretty powerful one when you think of it in terms of, like, she had that, like, such an angry outburst at the, maybe I didn't let this one finish all the way. That's what it is. She had such an angry outburst at the outset there. What's up here?
So, how long will we be in California?
I don't actually know. That's kind of why we're packing up everything, is because if the trial works really well, then maybe we'll stay in California for a really long time. Like, as long as it keeps helping Joel, then we want to stay and do the best we can for him and stay there where he's getting help. But if the medicine starts to not work, as soon as it's not helping him, I promise we'll come back.
Are we going to Disneyland?
Yeah, of course.
I'm kind of excited, but I'm kind of not. I mean, I think it'll be fun, but I just don't like missing school.
Oh, yeah.
That's amazing.
I hate to miss school, huh? But, like, why?
Well, I just hate having all that homework that I have to do.
You hate catching up from missing.
Homework.
Yep.
Just try to do a little bit of it every day, so it won't be that bad. But there'll still be fun stuff we can.
How many kids get to go on an adventure to California in the middle of the school year? That's pretty cool. And we're going to be staying in the middle of San Francisco, near Golden Gate Park, and there's a museum, and there's a botanic garden, and there's the Golden Gate Bridge, and water, and a prison, and I promise not to leave you in the prison.
And a prison, huh?
Hopefully we can get out of that. That'd be cool. Anyway, so we're gonna have lots of fun, and we're gonna spend lots of time as a family together, and lots of time with Joel too. You know?
Yeah. It's kind of a sad trip, even though it's fun. Yay.
Yeah, yay and sad. It's kind of all of those things, huh? Is it all the things, Philip?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to see Joel, like needing so much help.
I think dealing with the little ones, trying to deal with it, is probably the hardest part, listening to these.
You guys feel all of that too, because I feel all those things.
What do we got up here? Another, was it in Joel's room?
Guys, are you ready for bed?
Joel, lay down. Okay. Should we do a song?
Sure.
Okay, big boys, why don't you come in here and we'll sing the littles a lullaby.
Hmm.
I know, it's bedtime. Ugh, okay. Elijah, lay down.
Babe, did you even check in his mouth?
Who's Joel? No.
Joel has chicken stuffed in his cheeks from dinner.
Saving some for later. Some snacks.
Okay, hold on, I'm trying. Joel, ouch! Stop.
Did he just bite you?
Yeah, I think.
What a cute family.
Just put too much in his mouth so he can't
He was
swallow.
just saving it for later, babe. Like he needed a midnight snack. Oh my goodness. Okay. A big version of a little chipmunk. Do you guys remember when he couldn't even eat any solids and because he couldn't swallow? Do you remember that from the surgery? How it hurt his ability to swallow, so we had to give him bottles.
Yeah, I remember one time we had pizza, so he chewed it all up and then spat it out everywhere.
Oh.
It's so gross.
I remember that. That was
So good. He wanted to try things so bad. He wanted to taste them. He wanted to be like you guys.
Hmm.
You should watch the Taste Foods. He loved to eat, and I remember all I wanted was for him to be able to kind of eat like a normal kid and have normal things. I thought he'd never be able to swallow normal food, but then he did.
And now we eat everything.
Everything.
Now he eats everything.
Pizza and pretzels and chicken.
And fingers. He tried
Okay.
And fingers.
Settle down.
All part of a balanced diet.
Let's sing a song.
Oh.
Okay. What should we sing, Isaac?
When you will.
Okay.
Cause I like it.
Yay. Hey. You guys, I love to have fun
We're
with
trying
you.
to get the little
But
story
at
to sleep.
bedtime, every time, Elijah, lay down.
So it sounds like they had
So instead, will we be calming?
another kiddo, a third kiddo?
Sure.
Okay. When the sun is setting, we know. Lay that down.
I don't recognize this one.
We laughed and played together, and we've had so much fun. Now close your eyes.
Elijah,
I'll sing you a lullaby.
I see.
Just close your eyes to encourage them and listen to this lullaby. Even though you're tired, it's hard to say goodnight. So I will tuck you in your bed and kiss and hug you tight. Now close your eyes. I'll sing you a lullaby. Just close your eyes and listen to the lullaby.
That's so adorable.
All right, guys. Go to bed. Go to bed.
Tell them good night.
Very parental voice. Please let me sleep. Oh no. Let's see, I think we're headed over here to these hospital gloves. We got a couple more bottles to go through.
I am at Seattle Children's Hospital, and nobody wants to be here. Even as an internationally recognized temple of healing, every inch of it is terror. Every cubic inch of every room that is not occupied by terrified children and terrified parents is filled to its capacity with a terror wholly unique to that family, which no other person has any power to comprehend. There is art on the walls and rooms which is designed to evoke a jungle of some kind, and I resent it. Every giraffe is my sworn enemy.
Every giraffe is my sworn enemy.
The ravenous reverie of waking is but a distant memory. Or was it a dream?
Okay.
I can't remember the last time I woke up hungry. Not so long ago, carefree, welcoming the challenge of yoga on paddleboards, springing through the rain and over puddles at the reservoir track. Weathering several storms since entering the first battlefield over 2 years ago, a succession of precise scalpels, high energy beams, and pharmacological strategies, a journey no one asks for. Still standing, spirit unyielding but not the same. With each treatment, an imprint, evidence of what came before, willing growth mutinous cells to yield to my current tailored chemical onslaught. Stay put and do not multiply.
Okay, girl.
Or better yet, disappear altogether. By the will of God, through the tools of modern medicine, with the support of family and friends. Onward.
A repeat?
Even though
The stains on the
every
letters
natural
kill me.
law indicates it, even though popular culture is rife with examples, even though the arc of his condition moved with haste in a particular direction, specifically down. I was very surprised when my father died. I was surprised that he could. It wasn't merely naivete. Those afflicted with his particular cancer number less than 100. It is the sort of cancer that excites a doctor. One of the things that is so exciting about this cancer is that it apparently didn't form the hard masses we use to find the disease. Rather, it converts the meat of your abdomen into a kind of undifferentiated doom.
Oh.
What might happen is that they will attempt to draw your blood and instead draw out the green syrup that was once your guts. Shortly thereafter, they will tell you and your family that the fight is over.
Okay. That sounds like a really brutal one. Oh, this is beautiful. Where to next, y'all? Are we headed over there somewhere? Or are we headed back and around? Hold on. We're gonna get this figured out. Mom's looping back and around. Just one bottle on this one? It's a little different.
I remember the day I was diagnosed. I remember the hallucinations from the high fever of 5-year-old's nightmares. I remember my mother silently weeping in the doctor's office. I remember friends and family gathered around my hospital bed in prayer. I remember the 2-hour ambulance ride to St. Jude where they could better care for me. I remember the 2.5 years of weekly chemo treatments, the numerous lumbar punctures and bone marrow aspirates. I remember Doctors Bell, Dahl, and Kalwinski, nurses Jean, Judy, and Dale, Miss Chris in social work, Darlene in travel, all part of the team that cared for me. I am a walking memorial to their successes. I remember the other patients I'd see each time I went to the hospital for chemo. I remember when some stopped coming. I knew what that meant. I remember the years of summer camp for children with cancer, children like me. I remember their laughter and the midnight talks of fears and joys, normal kid stuff. Some less so. I remember when some stopped coming. I knew what that meant. But I remember them. I am, and other survivors are, memorials to those who lost their fights.
That is a really phenomenal sentiment, just actually. Excuse me. I don't want to be here.
Her expectation is so maddening sometimes. You know what she
Oh,
wrote
yeah.
on the eve of Joel's first surgery? The one back in January when we first found the tumor? I seriously feel like a kid on Christmas Eve.
Oh.
I'm pleading for God to spare his life. And I'm tempted to despair because self-inspection leads me to conclude I shouldn't expect much of anything. And yet my wife is expecting a surprise party from the Lord, replete with presents and supernatural miracles.
Seems like they're kind of taking turns lashing out at their own faith. A game? Joel the Baby Knight.
Hop in
Well.
bed, boys. Let's go.
Boys, get in bed.
Oh, can you at least tell us a story?
Well, we are going to be calling it there for this episode. We'll be back again. Next time is going to be... Is my math correct? Next time will be Wednesday when I'll be with you guys again. Like, comment, subscribe, do the YouTube thing, 'cause that's what YouTube's here to do. That Dragon Cancer, the link will be down in the description to their official website, where they'll have links going out to all sorts of other stuff, I'm sure. Also, I just wanted to use this episode to give a quick little shout out to the Extra Life Foundation. I don't do a lot of I don't do a lot of charity things, but once a year we do a 24-hour stream for Extra Life that all the proceeds go to children's hospitals like St. Jude and other children cancer research hospitals. So keep that in mind if you're ever looking for anything along those lines. Extra Life is a very gaming centric one, but yeah, we'll be back with some more of That Dragon Cancer here in not too long, I bet. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll see you soon.